Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Mitsubishi Mirage, which is quite possibly the most affordable, or at least one of the most affordable new cars you can buy today. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Southtown Mitsubishi for giving me some time with this Mirage. This particular one is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, definitely reach out to them. If you have any questions, just ask for Nick. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 1.2 liter 3-cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic. Fuel economy is 35 around town and then 41 on the highway, with power outputs being a whopping 78 horsepower and then 74 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood itself, you guys can see you've got two lines there on either side, and other than that, pretty simplistic with the design, but I do like the paint. It looks really nice. Now, we do have halogen bulbs for the headlights. You got the Mitsubishi logo here in the front with all of the chrome trim, and then I guess that's where a fog light would go on a higher up package, but it kind of just sits there. It looks pretty interesting though. And putting it all together, you know, for being such an affordable car, it still looks really good. Come around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 165, 65, 14 in the front, and over in the rear. I know a lot of vehicles that have brakes that are larger than the wheels on the Mitsubishi Mirage. You guys can see there with the cut in the fender, and then look at the turn signal indicator on the side. And then you notice that the mirrors and the door handles are actually body painted. That's nice. And then here's your full side view with the Mirage. With the tiny wheels, it does kind of have a funky look. Yes, on an affordable car, we still have a key that you put in the ignition, lock and unlock function on it, Mitsubishi logo on the back, pretty standard. My goodness, I never thought I'd be doing this on a modern car. Yes, that is in fact how you open up the trunk, if it'll stay open in the Mirage. And taking a look at the cargo area here, this is not a very large car, but you know, cargo space, it is relatively good. And let's see what's under the loading floor here. Oh, we actually have a spare tire. That is the tiniest spare tire I have ever seen in my life. And of course, you got this label to close in the center so it locks properly. Now, we actually have this body painted spoiler here on the back end. I do like the taillight design. I think that looks pretty nifty. And then our Mirage G4 badge there on the other side. Putting it all together, you know, for being an economy car, it still looks really good, to be honest. Now, popping inside, obviously, lots of hard touch all over, but the benefit is this will last a long time and it'll be really easy to clean. Now, I've got these cloth seats here, you guys can see all down the center portion as well. Now, this is impressive. It's actually really spacious here in the back when it comes to legroom. And then we have a cup holder armrest. It's very like squishy. Like this. Look at this. It's like a little plushie almost. There's nothing to it. Anyways, headroom, I'm touching the top. Now, take a look at the front door panel. For some reason, my camera doesn't want to focus right now, but you guys can see all the controls there for the windows, and then the mirrors, pretty standard stuff. And then here's the front seat, again, with all of the cloth trim. It is manually adjustable. You've got your mirror adjustment here on the side, traction control. Looks like this actually has collision assistance, which is nice. And when I say collision assistance, I mean avoidance. Anyways, here is the steering wheel in the Mirage. We've got stuff like our cruise control, voice command controls, volume controls, phone controls, pretty standard stuff. Turn signal light stock there on the back, windshield wiper stock on the other side, and yeah, pretty basic steering wheel. Now, taking a look at the gauge cluster here, you guys can see it's mostly analog. We do have that screen there at the bottom that'll show us, well, how many miles are on the car, and then our fuel, again, pretty basic. Now, this does have a backup camera with trajectory lines. They don't turn with the steering wheel, but resolution is actually surprisingly decent. As for the rest of the infotainment system, it's got like the shortcut bar here. It is a touchscreen, surprisingly, and it actually responds very quickly. So it's actually a good infotainment system. It has an analog control for the volume too. Single zone climate here, and I mean, this looks like it's straight out of like 1995, but it works. That's all that matters. And then you got a little charging port down below. We've got some cup holders. And then I really like the shifter. It actually, like, if you ever have a chance, get into a Mitsubishi Mirage and just go through the little gears of the shifter. It actually feels really good. And then you got your parking brake, just a singular cup holder, no center console. And then, yeah, glove box, pretty standard. And then obviously hard touch on the dash, but again, easy to clean, which is great. And then we have a manual mirror dimmer and then lighter colored headliner. So here's a window sticker for this Mitsubishi Mirage. You guys can see all of the standard equipment that comes with this. And then this white diamond paint, which like I said, it looks really nice. Anyways, total MSRP after destination and everything, $18,895. Yes, brand new car for less than $20,000. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off here in the Mirage. Here's your visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors. Then throughout the rest through, and I guess I got to adjust that one mirror. At least the mirror adjustments aren't manual, like most of the stuff in the car. I really do like that shifter. It has a cool feel when you go into the gate. Now, right off the bat, when you're going around parking lots, because I had to drive this around the parking lot a little bit to find a space to film, it actually does a really good job. It's actually like, it's a really good parking lot car. I know it's a weird thing to say, but it's just reality, I suppose. So when it comes to the handling of this car, right off the bat, it's so small. It really is. Oh man. It's not full throttle, but that's pretty deep into the throttle. Yeah, this is one of those cars that struggles to get out of its own way. Oh man. Oh man. I'm gonna get a full throttle acceleration a little bit later, but yeah, just being honest, it ain't quick. But again, that's not what this segment of vehicle is about. It's about affordability. It's about fuel economy. But man, does this handle well? It's so tiny. It's like, it really is like a, again, it's like a golf cart in size, but also in horsepower as well. See what I did there? See what I did there? But yeah, it's pretty fun to drive. It really is, actually. Again, it's no sports car by any means, but it's just this fun, zippy, lightweight, like little tossable thing. Oh man, it is so slow. Like, you gotta stay in the throttle for such a long time for this car to do anything. Sorry, the GoPro's kind of pushing my glasses down, but I sound like such a nerd. The GoPro's pushing my glasses down. Yeah, it's actually pretty comfortable though, honestly. Like, it's smooth. It's relatively quiet as well. It's not, I mean, not a ton of sound deadening, but you know. The thing I like about this car is, like, you can knock on stuff and you don't feel bad because you're like, that's what this car, you can tell it could take a beating, it'd be fine. That's what it's made for. It's pretty appealing to me. Seats are actually really comfortable too. It's a good car. Like, despite the fact that I'm complaining about the acceleration, this is a dang good car. Like, it drives really well for what it is. I will say the interior, like, I'm not the biggest person. I'm about like 200 pounds, and you know, I feel like if someone was right next to me, I wouldn't be like the most cramped on the planet, but like I feel like it'd be kind of a little bit of a tight fit. And I'm sure that's why they don't have a center console on this, because of how this is kind of like a tighter interior overall. But some other stuff, I mean, the climate controls work great. So that's the benefit of little cars, is they heat up or cool down a really good pace. So you definitely have to time your pulling out into traffic, that's for sure. Again, that's partial throttle. I'll get a full throttle acceleration up here, but yeah, prepare to be wowed. Prepare to be wowed by the insane acceleration of the Mitsubishi Mirage. Let's get our full acceleration here. Yeah, it's not quick. It's not quick at all. I mean, that's full throttle. Yeah, so I'll just let you guys decide on that one. To sum things up here, you know, I mean, it's less than $20,000. It's brand new. It has a great warranty. I think if you're looking for a really affordable, economical A to B car like, this is it. I think this car is really appealing because of the affordability. And again, like, ultimately you get what you pay for, right? So that's why it's not gonna be the fastest car on the world. If you want a faster car, you gotta pay more money for it. So let me know what you guys think about the Mirage, but I'm glad that we can still, in the US, buy something like this brand new that's this affordable.